I love this title. There is no
And
better
that was the
title
day
to
that
give it.
Sega
I
released
probably
the
can't
greatest
beat it
Sonic
even.
game of all time, Sonic 3 and Knuckles and Concussions. Hello
Sonic
everyone,
3
I
and
am
Concussions.
Brother, and welcome back to Let's Play
And to
Sonic
be fair,
the
given
Hedgehog
locked
2006
on technology,
Live.
that was
The
probably a
last
concussion in
episode,
of
we
itself.
played through Kingdom Valley and accidentally discovered that Dr. Eggman was hiding out there. And he did some weird wonky stuff which teleported us back
Also, I
in
love
time,
that
which we are
side
now
when Sonic's
experiencing
looking like
in
that
this
because it means
cutscene
that
we
his
also saw in the
pupil
last
is
episode,
off
which
the
was
model
also
of his
Sonic's story, so
eyeball.
it's not that important to get all the dialogue right
The
now.
pupil isn't
Anyway,
in his
we are
head,
back in
it's on
time
the
and
outside of
presumably
his
in
head.
Crisis City as we were
Or
in
rather,
Sonic's
eyeball
story.
at least.
And if you guys are excited to see what we do when Shadow and Rouge are sent back in time, please make sure to leave a like on the video down below.
We're just gonna see the same
cutscenes.
There's no
this
difference.
is sort of an action-packed kind of place. So, I would very much appreciate it. It helps out the channel a whole bunch. With that, let's go ahead and get started with these other cutscenes, I guess.
It's the same cutscene. The only thing that changes is that their Sonic and friends go back in time, of course.
Precursor to the Time Eater, except bad.
Very bad. Time Eater is one bad boss. This isn't a bad
Easy.
game.
Just get Sonic running at 88 miles an hour and you're good.
I wish that was the answer. But then again, in this game, I don't think Sonic can even get to 8 miles an hour, let alone 88.
Did I make this joke before? It is so rude to point at someone like that, Shadow, especially when you're.
Hey, the cutscene's gonna repeat itself.
Camera angles out of
If the
it.
cutscene's gonna repeat itself, you
But
can
with
do
that,
jokes
we
can
are
repeat
beginning
themselves.
with Crisis City and trying to find the Chaos Emerald, which apparently is just convenient.
Also, this proves that this part proves that Shadow is
okay
better
for
than
us because
Sonic.
we don't have to spend
I'll
our
prove my
entire
point in a
lives here.
second.
But we are getting taught how to kick. Why? Ooh, what is
Something
X
different.
square? What is he doing there? It looks like he's
Chaos
like
Spear.
backhanding the enemy or something. Shadow pimp slap right there. But let's kind of.
Shadow says, "Fuck the snowboard," and drives a car instead. And he can even get off and just move around normally. Shadow's not stupid enough to bring a frickin' snowboard to a fire level.
So I know part of it is covered up right now on the screen, but in the bottom right there, above the blue meter that isn't really used for very much, aside from like the chaos power.
Chaos
thing
dunk.
to break into that one walled off area in.
Look at how free
field
moving this
outside
Jeep
Kingdom
is.
Valley level
This is
working.
not
I know I didn't
realistic to
explain
a
that well,
real
but
life armored
the red bar
GUN
above the blue
advanced
bar is actually this
technologies.
vehicle's health, and if you like bump into things too quickly, or if you hit enemies or something, it takes the health down, but it doesn't feel like
Faster
that.
than a snowboard and
Like,
easier
honestly,
control,
there's no indication that you're
mostly.
losing health aside from that. Oh my god!
And
Shadow's bouncing around like a freaking
I was always wondering what
Is
Nikes
this?
tasted like.
I don't know if I will die if I
No.
allow this vehicle's health to reach 0 while I'm inside of it.
Nah, you just get out of it.
Up and all. Oh, I want to hit the thing. No, I can't.
You couldn't hit it. Well, you could hit it if you were skating
Vehicle's
normally.
crumbled into dust. Actually,
Now he's
you
gonna
know
go through
what?
this slower.
That could be an argument that this game is realistic, because it's like 200 years old or whatever.
Sure.
Hasn't been touched by human nor
Oh,
sentient
well, okay,
kind
at
in
least there's the
general in
ground
2
here.
centuries. So maybe it actually would crumble to dust if it were to, you know, pile
Ash,
drive on
ash,
top of this
dust to
building,
dust.
which is very,
It's a miracle that we can
very
even get the
badly
engine
constructed.
starting.
I keep saying, but I will forever hold the stance that buildings in the Sonic universe are kind of dumb. I don't know what.
Well,
that,
to be
homing
fair,
attack was,
it's
but
a
let's try
giant
the
blue
X square
hedgehog
thing.
that runs at the speed of sound. You shouldn't be asking for realism.
Know how I mentioned in the last episode how floating there with Rouge made me feel like a Dragon Ball Z character? Look at this!
This
is the ultimate life
this isn't
right
fucking
here.
Galaga.
Doing
Nothing is.
Absolutely.
I know the
Absolutely
hand
nothing.
finger positioning and all that shit
I
is
noticed
different,
off
but
screen,
it's close
because
enough.
actually my data from the last episode
Ka
didn't save.
may,
I forgot to hit
ha
yes. I would like to
may.
know the save data, so I had to play through Kingdom Valley all over again just before starting this.
Oh, good job,
I noticed that, like, if
Einstein!
there's a robot, maybe we could show it off with one of these guys. I love that. Unfortunately, these guys blow up a couple feet after you
Oh,
kick
Shadow
them,
actually
but
gets
if
to
there's an-
finish the
Shadow,
fucking
could you go a little
loop-de-loop.
faster, please?
No.
I'm holding forward completely on the control stick now, and he's like, la 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 la, let's take a leisurely stroll. And now I'm falling because I accidentally let go of the control stick. But can we go?
Oh, well, at least
There
you can hold
we
it upside
go.
down.
That's a decent pace.
Sorry, you must actually hit
Trying to
the
call himself
speed
the ultimate
booster.
life form, and I could probably run faster than him, which is not saying much.
You can run
but,
in this game. You can run faster
well,
than Sonic with their
which is
pants around your
saying
ankles.
a lot. I don't know. I've got my expressions confused right now, and I can't speak English apparently. But we're still
The
trying
sad
to
thing
find
is, so
Chaos
far we
Emerald.
haven't run into
And,
Sonic
yeah,
Man,
when you
the
kick
best
an
character
enemy
in
and you're
Sonic
running at them,
history.
They fly like so fast and so far that it's just
Well,
ridiculous.
after all, he's getting a movie after
It's
himself.
hilarious.
That's
If
what
we
the
find
freaking
some
live
Eggman
action
robots
in
in the
Sonic
future, I
movie
will try to show
poster
that off.
looks
For
like.
now, though, looks like we're just
That or
grinding.
was just the
I
movie
think
makers
the
trolling
square
us.
button does actually like speed you
Whoa.
up on grinding rails, which might not be the best thing in the universe considering the fact.
Sorry,
that
this
I
game
just
does not
got
like you
my
going
butt
fast.
Burned by that there bird, a butt-burning bird. Oh man, the alliteration, the rhymes, the soliloquies.
The thing.
That isn't a soliloquy as far as I know, but with that.
Ow!
Oh no! I got sniped right out of the air.
Damn bug bird thingy. I love how the one
Never Hedgehog
freaking
while
car
distracted
just goes
is.
flying.
You never know who you could affect.
There's no strength in numbers.
Oh man. Hedgehogging while distracted, truly the greatest crime of the century. But let's just jump past these guys this time. And luckily, the homing attack is actually pretty generous here with,
There is a bit of an alternate route
how,
to go
like,
the normal way. Well,
how
at least more
thoroughly
rings
it
appears
latches
in that
on.
shit because there's a light-speed dash thing. I'm sorry, I thought I was playing a Shadow, not
Don't fall off
Rouge.
the edge. I know you're just not in the best
Not
of moods
yet,
today, but that
anyway.
is no reason to just
Look, just because you're teaming with
jump
Rouge
into
doesn't
a
mean you
fucking
have to act
fight.
like
I know
her.
that you're feeling a little bit hot-headed, but the connection just isn't there,
Get the
man.
goal. Okay, so you want the
Looks like we've got to
checkpoint.
defeat some enemies. Oh boy.
Never
But,
been done
what
in
was I
this
saying?
game
Oh yeah, the
yet.
homing attack is actually decent if you're above a rail about connecting to that rail when you want to. So, no real
Yeah,
complaints
decent,
there.
I guess we could go with.
Aside from the fact that, of course, it's the homing attack in Sonic 06, and it only goes one set speed, and one set distance, and one set, like,
At least it's
altitude,
consistent, I
so
guess.
there's not a whole
It's
lot
not gonna
of
short out on you.
momentum to be gained
Ooh,
from things like this.
good. Now I can use Chaos Blast. Well, not Blast, but at least
Oh,
a.
okay.
Ah, screw it, I'm just gonna call it what it is.
I was thinking about taking one of these
Kaioken!
as a pet, but I guess that's probably not the best idea now that we have your infinite wisdom in our pocket. Okay, perhaps I'm being a little bit too overly critical at the moment, but
What
sorry
the hell?
about the small cut there. My capture card is acting up a lot these days, and it lost signal right there, which is pretty annoying.
That's bad.
Now, on Curvy,
That's
it's like
no
that
good.
tiny bit of road, which I was trying to say.
Also, you
before
seem
the
to have
thing
lost
cut
a
out,
life in the
so I had to kill
meantime.
myself and start the recording over. Anyway, curvy bits of that, like that road there, are kind of, they should be kind of fun and cool to navigate or whatever, but Shadow and Sonic, despite the fact that they're not all that fast, are really kind of twitchy to control. So on really precise segments like that, you just don't have the control that you feel.
I don't know
like
what they
you
should
So
do around
usually,
there. And this
I
is
feel
fully
like I bump into
automated.
walls on segments like that, but apparently that time
You usually
turned
stop during
really
this and
well.
collect
So
the
you know
rings,
what?
so if you
I
just jump
will
enough, I
take
think.
it. But here we are, sitting over in this building, and chilling, and ready to go, and I think actually, yeah, in that building back there, I'm not sure if it's that way on Shadow's story, but I noticed in my Sonic story running through that building that you run straight by a line of rings.
Yeah. Oops, you went back the way you came.
That you run straight by a giant line of rings that the developers, the meanie, horrible, terrible jerk
Sega
developers
trolling
put
you.
there deliberately.
Probably.
And I guess nobody playtested Crisis City at all because you literally run.
No, there were
straight by it,
playtesters
like,
that
not a
played
single
this.
one
They
of them.
told
It's
the
hilarious.
Sega that the
Because
game
it's an
wasn't
automated
finished.
segment.
And what did Sega
And
do?
you
They
would've
fired
thought
their
that somebody would notice
playtesters
that
and released the
like,
game
scoot them
anyway.
over an inch, the inch that would be required so that you could pick them up, but evidently not. Let's see, is it in Shadow segment? Are we going to see it in Shadow segment? Was I not paying enough attention? Yeah, right here.
I would love it if that happened, and then he just goes ahead and collects the rings.
I don't have time.
Nope.
I don't need such worthless mortal objects, for I am the greatest hedgehog to ever.
Rings aren't gonna
twice
save me
in a
from
row on the
this.
same obstacle.
To be fair, it doesn't matter how many rings you have in a bottomless pit.
Right now, my camera is sitting right in front of my life counter, so I don't know how close I am to a game over. But I feel
Let's
like I
see,
could be
0
reasonably
counts as a
close to
life,
game
so
over.
2.
So I'm a little bit scared that something like
Oh, this happens sometimes. It's a total dick
What?
move. There's an invisible wall there. There's no other
Uh,
explanation.
error in loading homing-attack.exe, I guess.
Oh
What
no.
happened there?
If he gets a game
I like
over
homing
here, he has to do
attack. I guess
Kingdom
there were
Valley
invisible walls.
again. And then
But
this.
there
And all those
didn't
cutscenes
look like-
all over again. And
What the
the
heck?
game just dicked
What is
him.
this? Twice in a row in the exact same spot. Are you kidding me?
And now you have to do
Is it-
Kingdom
no.
Valley all
No.
over again. Again.
No. Is this the loading screen of death? That symbolizes the
Well, then
end of
again,
my
actually, yeah.
existence, that loading
I hope he
screen
saved
right
his
there.
game
Well,
at the very least.
Is that the first game over we've had?
Yes.
Oh man.
And it was in Shadow's story, the one without the Mach speed sections.
My confidence. I gotta load back up my pride after that, because oh my god.
Oh, okay, he banished Kingdom Valley and saved
Well,
the game. He probably mentioned that
let's get
already,
back to
but
it.
you know, at least that's easier on the membrane. You just gotta go to the cutscenes mostly. Okay. Okay, that was funny.
Oh man.
You know, it's little
Your
moments like
shadow
this, just
today
like, you know what, I'm not
lessening
even,
gravity.
you
Did
know what,
see
I'm
that,
not
though?
pissed I
The
died
dash
anymore.
pad
That was
rocketed
funny.
me off the side of that building. I couldn't jump. There was nothing I could do about that. And plus, Shadow decided
It's sort of
that
like
he
Sonic
wanted
the
to have one
Werehog
last
in frickin'
grind
Sonic
before he
Unleashed
died.
when
So
he
just
died.
grinded
Just
his butt
sounds like he's
inside,
getting frickin'
railing of
testicles.
that building. All right.
It looks like he's getting his
Ooh, we're
testicles
running
tased
sideways
or
now.
some
Here
shit.
we go. But once again,
Ooh.
see you guys in just a moment when we get back to where we were. Okay, is this close to where we were? Sort of. Maybe?
It's in the same
I
area.
really don't remember. I've been playing this level for an extra 10 minutes since I got that game over, which is really, really fun. And I honestly
You can actually
can't
jump
remember where
over
we
the
left
gap,
off.
like,
I feel
with
it
just,
was
like, 3
this
jumps
bit.
or some
Yeah,
shit.
for some reason,
Like, you just go
for
around
some
it.
godforsaken reason, I could not get over that. And now I just did it first
Can't
try.
move on
because
with
this is
my
the first
life.
time I played this since we cut the recording just a moment ago. Let's
Oh,
get
that's a
rid of
dick
this
move,
guy.
by the way,
Alright.
Sega. Yeah, just
The thing from
invincibility
Fantastic
brains.
Four, you gotta get out of here, buddy. This is no place for you. Now the enemies in this
Oh,
game
yeah,
are
go on
awfully
the,
like,
frickin'...
and I know 06 is supposed to have like a more
No, dude, get on the frickin'...
spring.
Stop holding the thing. Let go.
Please. Spring.
Stop
Shadow,
pressing the
spring
button. You're not supposed to.
Thank you.
Ugh. To be fair, we're just gonna send him there
I was
anyway.
about to whoop some Hedgehog butt. But, what was it? Oh yeah, the enemies in this game generally tend to have a lot more serious a character than those in other games. In Sonic Heroes, for example, all of Eggman's robots are really, really, like,
Cartoony.
kind of. They're the little, like, egg pawns or whatever, and they bounce around, and they have some personality to them, and they're kind of funny. Everything here, though, from Eggman's robots, which are really, really, like, generic-looking, maybe something that you would see as, like, a generic enemy. In
They're
anime.
fairly
Maybe
realistic,
I've
to be
watched too much
honest.
anime
I mean, to be
recently.
fair, they are kind of realistic. I guess.
To these
Like, to be fair, if you
English
saw something like
monsters or
that in the
whatever
real
heck
world,
they
you'd
are,
probably
whatever
buy
kind
it.
of demons, fire demons.
I mean, they got
these are.
Ed 209, for
Everything
God's
is really,
sake.
really, really serious seeming. Now,
Shoot the
I
damn
was
thing.
told by someone that you can play through most of these segments without ever even touching the controller. So we're gonna
Except
test that
not
hypothesis
this
right here.
one.
See, I have a health bar down in the bottom right, and eventually you'll be able to see exactly how much health I have left. So, can we make it through the segment?
No.
This is
Of
the
course you
ultimate
got that.
test of
Of course you
skill,
got that
ladies and
freaking
gentlemen.
thing when it came. Of course you got that advice when it comes to the
I
Mach
ran
speed
into a
section. You can't
gigantic
win by doing absolutely nothing.
How did that even happen? Okay. I ran into a gigantic boulder, and Shadow's just like, ow, that kind of hurt me.
To be fair,
That is
if
the
I
power of
face
chaos.
planted into a giant boulder, I would be hurt.
But, I guess on this particular segment, you can't fly through it by not touching the controller. On the one in Kingdom Valley, you actually can. Like I said, I had to play through Kingdom Valley again before I started this particular
You can do it
recording.
again at Wave
And I
Ocean.
tested
You
that out
can't
because
get
I saw
past
the
this unless
comment,
you
and
like
don't
boost,
have
I
to touch
think.
the control stick on Kingdom Valley in order to complete the thing. It's ridiculous and it's
Yep.
stupid.
You don't have to do it again at the
it
Wave
is
Ocean.
fact. It is actuality.
Should've gotten
I
that
don't
one
know
up, but
how
probably
like
couldn't have gotten to it in time.
nobody noticed that in playtesting. I'm starting to doubt whether
What
this
play
game was
testers?
playtested
Sega
at all.
fired them.
I feel like the
It
developers
was.
of this
Then
game
Sega
brought it
fired
out,
them.
and they're like, oh, crap, we forgot to hire somebody to playtest. So they like hand it to their like 3-year-old cousin or nephew or 88-year-old grandma who's never played a video game in her life and like
What's a Super Mario?
just went from there because there is no evidence.
My
that this has been
favorite
playtested
video
at
game
all,
character
at least
is
not in a
Tetris.
meaningful way. So, if we ever find this Chaos Emerald, I am going to be eternally happy. It'll be a little bit ironic because the Chaos Emerald's going to bring me peace, almost as much peace as these loading screens bring me. There have been like what, like 3 or 4 in this one level.
There's a silver
Plus
medal
the
up there.
cutscenes preceding this, which I had to skip through again after that very, very.
At least you can skip
remarkable
cutscenes in this
takeover
game, to
that
be
should
fair.
never, ever
Imagine if you
get
couldn't skip
realized.
cutscenes. Ugh! You're pressing
there's, like,
buttons
a
again.
whole
Stop
bunch of them,
doing that.
And I had to skip through them, and there were probably a good 8 loading screens just skipping through them, which are not shortened whether you skip through the cutscenes or not, by the way. I don't know why anybody would think that that would be the case, but it definitely isn't. And I spent
the one
a good,
up.
I don't know, 5 minutes
There you
or
go.
something on those loading screens again. So this is a time-intensive level. And honestly, Shadow's story so far is a test of patience more than anything.
Huh.
Actually, well, to a point. His missions themselves... Why? Alright, hold on. Let's take a step back.
You're in the buggy for about 5 seconds.
Why is it that
You don't even need to be in the buggy.
kind of armed...
Jump! Oh, what the fuck? Shouted his best Sonic impersonation. Fuck this, if I'm dying fast.
I don't know what's happened.
If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die knowing I'm better than Sonic.
Oh,
At least there was a floor down there.
This game is giving me heart attacks. But, I felt like I got spiked
Heart attack
in Super
06.
Smash Brothers there with how fast I flew down. I noticed that I fell into that hole.
Heart,
which I didn't
the attack.
immediately, like, see. So I tried
Or
to get out
attack
of the
the
buggy
heart, I
and it
guess?
just
Well, that'd be
smashed me
more
down. I was like, no! You shall
Grammatically correct, I guess?
You will not shall be one until the end of time. But, I hope that's not the case. Because those armed buggies are kind of immortal, and that strikes me as sinister, because this is 200 years in the future, and this thing is still brand spanking new. Unless, like, Iblis or Nephilis or whoever rules this, like, future reality. Oh, God.
I'm about to drive off the cliff!
You can get out of that now. Or whoever rules this apocalyptic future controls this place, placed it there just for our convenience, because he didn't want to
Shadow
let
will
Hedgehog
need
legs
this in the
get too
past.
tired.
I will make sure he has a nice
I don't know how
doom
those
buggy
things are there.
for it.
So let's hit these rings, which will bring us over to our next point of interest, which is this taxi cab. Hey, can you take me to the goal ring real quick, please? Yeah, thanks.
Sorry, this isn't
Great.
Super Mario
For some
Odyssey.
reason I got stuck there behind the taxi. I wasn't just standing there for a comedic effect. My feet were actually stuck underneath
I believe it.
the chassis of the car, I guess. But do we have to destroy a bunch of enemies here?
Nope.
I sure hope not.
I don't think
now,
so.
the thing about the level design in this game, if you don't bother destroying all the enemies, then there's not much you have to do. You can just run past everything, and a lot of the time, especially in like the half
Didn't even get as many points.
level,
Also,
there's
you can be
no
sniped
other
during
challenge
this.
to the level aside from the enemies. So it's all about like how well you can avoid, or how well you can run
Too
in a
big.
semicircle around enemies, rather than how well you combat them. Because if you
I do
destroy
like
all the
this
enemies,
shot.
you're not getting an S rank. That's basically it. You take way too much time doing that. And if you
I
don't,
don't-
there's no
I don't
challenge
know
to
how
the
he's
level. So it's like,
grinding
what is
up.
up with that level design? What is your intent for me to do? I don't understand.
Unless it's
anything
just
in the
pure
world. And we
inertia.
just very casually ran straight past
Also,
the
there have been
fire
occasions
tornado,
where I've
which
homing
was
attacked those
probably
birds
carrying
back
a
there, and the
car
invisible
behind
wall
you
kicks in.
without
Like
even paying it
this!
any- Which is something I should pay more of. Which is something I should pay more of to this game, and to what I'm doing, because otherwise stuff like that happens. So we're just gonna run straight past this thing. You know what? How big? What? What are you asking? Are you asking for like dimensions? Oh, let me just get out my measuring tape and measure this tornado for you, Shadow. No big deal.
I imagine Shadow's rocket shoes are
You can
spitting
see it.
up flames of some sort right now.
Do you need
That's
something
my
to
headcanon
reference? There's
explanation as to
buildings
how
around
he's
you
able
for
to
reference. I
fucking...
don't understand the line. I
Eh,
don't
fucking
get it.
video game, what am I
I don't
saying?
I don't understand the point. You can see the bottom of that guy's tail, like, underneath the platform for a split second.
That was
there. It kinda
intentional,
funny.
just to tell you where he
Anyway.
is.
Anyway,
I think...
moving on.
I think it was intentional
we
is what
just
I'm
did a
referring to.
checkpoint.
Fuck these Iblis thingies.
How did we die on that part last time?
Oh,
I
because
honestly
invisible
don't
wall.
remember, 'cause that doesn't seem like a part that should be died on.
It isn't. It's
Shadow's
called a
levels also
glitch.
seem
It's a new invention.
consistently longer than Sonic's.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sure
not
that's a
Team
thing
Dark and
because,
Sonic Heroes
White
levels
Aquatic
of
had the
long.
mission where we had to destroy
Except for
all of the searchlights.
Kingdom Valley.
And
Aquatic
Shadow the
Base.
Hedgehog in Sonic Heroes was the
Long
hard mode of
and
game,
hard
except
mode.
it was actually a
The
hard mode.
long mode of games, in general.
Okay, you know what I'm saying. Like, Team Dark was harder in that game.
And Chaotix could
Shadow the Hedgehog
potentially
had
get
pretty
longer
long
depending on the
levels.
level.
And
Like,
I guess that
yeah,
is
they had to
what
get
Shadow
the goal
Sword
ring
is
in
going
Ocean
for here.
Palace, like the second
Let's just hop
Seaside
straight
Hill
past this
level.
guy who is
But
totally
after that, but there was also that whole
I don't know. You threw a rock
put out
at him,
X
man.
amount of
That's
flames
just
inside Haunted
stone
Castle. It's
cold
like, oh
of
fuck you.
That was a dumb joke. So let's just hop over here. And there's the goal
It
ring.
was like
Oh,
60
yes.
or some shit.
Oh,
Ugh.
yes. Oh, goal ring.
Mine.
Yes. It feels so good. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I'm so like
Q.
relaxed and chill after that, but Crisis
B
City was not
rank.
the most fun I've ever had with the level. That level
Q,
itself,
the
didn't
winged
seem to be a
serpent.
crisis.
Oh,
We
wait,
got
that's a
game over,
movie.
died a whole bunch of times. I got pretty frustrated there at points. Not like terribly tear my hair out bad or anything, but let's just bask in the fact that we've beaten the level and the fact that we've got this nice shiny cha-ching to throw in our hedgehog pockets.
Ching, cha-ching, bubbling, bubbling.
What do hedgehogs eat? Dry kibble food with.
You're going to have to go through Crisis City again.
And continue onward. Let's cancel that save operation. And the loading
Curse
screen of
friggin' Let's
here.
Play.
You know, every once in a while, it is actually kind of nice to take just a small break from the game. Except when you're taking a small break from the game every 15 seconds, and that small break is actually
forgot about
30
this
seconds long
cutscene.
when you just played 15 seconds of game, that's when it becomes bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your radioactivity. I'm gonna be all
I
kinds
am now
of
the
sick.
Hulk.
Oh!
What's he doing?
Inspiring Sonic
Are you
forces.
serious? Please tell me he's alive. Please tell me we can play as him.
Well, he's a robot, so he was never alive in the first
Omega
place,
is
technically.
the sickest character in the Sonic series.
And then they ruined him
At least.
in this
I love
game.
Omega. Not looking too good there. Doesn't seem like he aged too well. It's going a little gray.
Hey.
Yes, this is right.
What? Wait a minute. How are you getting frickin' GUN text things in the future?
Why are you talking to your glove?
Let's go. It's not like we can do anything for him now.
Don't just leave Omega, please. Please tell me this isn't just an emotional moment where, like, old fans of the series are like, no, Omega, because I don't want that to be the case. I want him to get up and annihilate all, even though everything...
Annihilate charge. Fire.
Oh,
I had a point I was
man.
going to say, but I forgot what it
Could've played as
was.
Omega, that would have been cool. What do we got, though?
You guys are so
Oh, now I remember what I was going to say.
Oh,
What
that
could
is
have destroyed the
deep
world?
cutting
Oh, you see,
insight.
a DC movie did better in the box office than a Marvel movie, and the universe just couldn't stand it.
I may not be, but I'm a real treasure.
It was half off at K Jewelers.
What?
Shots fired!
Have you guys discovered anything?
Because this stance is really uncomfortable.
I received a signal indicating there's a Chaos Emerald here, but
You mean we've got to go through there?
Naturally.
You can stay here.
You've got to be kidding.
Mind you, might I remind you folks that since they're bringing these Chaos Emeralds with them through time,
Knuckles
there are
and Rouge, their banter here, I know it's supposed to be
there are
like,
now like 9
give
Chaos
character to
Emeralds
their
in present day, and the
relationship with one
time
another.
travel in this game is
but
fucking
it's just sort of them
retarded.
being
Ugh.
jerks to each other, just flat out.
I'm convinced that no one was
Like,
actually
it's
paying
not
attention to what
wittily
they were
written or
writing when they
anything, so
wrote
they're, like, sassy
this
or
script.
anything
They
like
just
that.
wrote for the sake
It's just-
of writing.
They're mean. And that's it. But that's going to do it for this episode of Let's Play Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 Blind. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and hope you guys tune in next time when we take on Flame Core, which I'm going to pause right now. No spoilers, even though we've already played this level before.
Seriously.
So, thank you all so very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please be sure to leave a like on the video down below. It helps out
Keep
a
Shadow
whole ton,
stance in this pause
and I would
screen.
really
So
appreciate
awkward.
it as always. With that, though, that's the end of this episode. Thanks once again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.